All right, so the next type of figure that we are going to find the area of is the area of a shape when it has a missing part. So if you take a look at this picture, you can see that this would be a fairly simple calculation of an area of a trapezoid, except we have this missing part. So what we are going to do when we're working with areas of missing parts is we're going to find the area of the entire shape, and then we're just going to take away or subtract the area of that missing part. So for this case, we need to remember the area of a trapezoid. Now, this is on your formula sheet, and make sure that we are taking a look at what each formula is before we start. So the area of a trapezoid here is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times our height. So in this case, we can see 1/2 times our base 1 can be this bottom base here, which is 23. Now our base 2, when we look at this top section of our trapezoid, it's going to be a little bit more complicated to find our base 2, but we can definitely do it. Our base 2 would be this entire top section. So remember that our top section here includes this 4, this piece here, which is 3, and this 4. So in order to find our base 2, we would add 4 plus 3 plus 4. So when we add those together, we're going to find that our base 2 is 11, times our height, which is that up and down section, which is 8. So again, we can go ahead and just plug this right into our calculator. So remember that we're going to start with our parentheses first. So we've got 1/2 times 23 plus 11 is going to give us 34 times 8. Remember, when we get to this part of a problem where we just have multiplication, we're going to go right across from left to right. So we're going to do 1/2 times 34 times 8, which is going to give us 136. Now, there's no units on this particular shape, which means that we should just write units, or UN squared. So we have now found the area of that entire trapezoid. But in the shape that we were given, there's a section missing. So I'm actually going to pull out this section here, and I'm going to draw the section that's missing. So I'm given all the information I need to know about this little chunky square that's missing here. We've got 2, 3, and 2 as our dimensions. So this is just a rectangle, and remember that the area of a rectangle is length times width. So in this case, we can look at our length and our width, and we can say, well, the area of this rectangle is 3 times 2, or 6. So the area of that rectangle that's missing is 6 feet squared. Now, remember that that area is missing from the total trapezoid. So the last step is just to take 136 units squared. Remember, that's the area of the entire trapezoid. And we're going to subtract 6 feet because that is the area of just that rectangle that's missing. So we have 130. Now remember, I put feet here. I made that up. Remember that we are units. We don't know our units. So now we are left with 130 units squared, and that is the answer to our problem here. We found that whole trapezoid area, and we took out that little rectangle that was missing. We found that our area of the shape we were given is 130 units squared.